So a lot of people said I was talking slowly on the last one throughout the tutorial, so I'm just going to get right to it. A lot of people didn't understand. I didn't have the Elmer's cement, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get straight to it. So first thing is first, get yourself a pen and a piece of paper. Okay, write down number one. Write down a list, okay? Number one, draw a rectangle. Draw rectangle. Number two, one black card, one red card. Write this down. Number three, draw the suit and the number. That's all you gotta write. Card name. Number four, glue rectangle. Number five, rubber band. Optional. Number six, skin fold. Number seven, touch up. Number eight, setup. Number nine, slip force, riffle force. Number 10, deck away, Sharpie, draw, draw. Showmanship for number 11. Okay, write all that down. Time's up. Okay, preparing your skin for the rubber cement. Okay, I do not recommend using the RIZER. Hurts. I do not recommend using this part of the electric razor because it goes too close. But this part is a trimmer bit, and that could do. You just want to remove the hair just on the area that you're going to be working on. And the area that you're going to be working on is between your wrist and your elbow. Here's halfway. Just go a little bit above that. Don't go too far above it. Don't go 3/4 all the way. Just go a little bit above that. And then that's where you want to kind of trim that area down. Be gentle. This thing can be abrasive sometimes. The best option is if you have a well-oiled hair trimmer, and take that area, just give it a quick. But this time I do have glue. It's not Elmer's, but it's art store cement. It comes in a jar. It looks exactly like Elmer's. It's rubber cement is the product you're looking for. It works. Doesn't matter where you get it. Usually it's in a container like this, and 9 times out of 10 it has a little thing inside where you can dip and spread the product. Okay, so now we're going to be moving directly on to step 1. Okay, so step 1 is draw a rectangle. Okay, so you're going to want to find the area that's clean, and you want to keep that area clean. So you want to shave that area once every 2 weeks or something like that if you perform this trick on a regular. Okay, so you draw a rectangle. Like I said, if you want more detail, go to the other videos, but it's a little bit thicker than a Sharpie. Lid. Okay. Draw a rectangle just like that with the black. Okay. And then from within the deck, you want to find 2 cards. I'm going to use the same ones that I used in the last tutorial. You're going to want 2 cards that you're going to want to use for the trick. Get them out of the deck and get the deck set up. But we'll talk about the setting up the deck later. But get the 2 cards you want to use out. A good recommendation is use a red card, use a black card, and use a red and a black Sharpie. Okay? That was step 2. Now on to step 3. We're going to draw the red card into the fold because it's a little more dramatic if a red card pops out of your skin. This is the part that's going to be hidden and it's going to grow out of your skin, okay? So you want to do the 4 of diamonds. Do the diamond in the middle, okay, and color it right in, okay? And then do the 4 on whichever side you want. I'm going to have to look at this to do it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that is step 3. I'm going to let that dry a bit, just because it's chemical against chemical, and it's not wise to just slap them together when they're both wet, because you don't want to smear it. You want to avoid that, so I'm going to speed up the process by fanning, just because you guys are in a rush, apparently. If you want to take your time and watch the videos again, I'll put a link right there. Just go check it out. Part 1 and Part 2, RIZER reveal tutorial. Okay, so all you need is a little bit of this cement. This is step 4. You're going to glue cement. Step 4, glue cement. Take a little bit of glue. So wipe everything off the little applicator so you don't have anything dripping all over your cards or anything. Take a tiny bit on my right finger, because the design is on my left arm, and just fill in only the rectangle. And don't apply it by rubbing it, apply it with dabs, so you avoid smearing chemical all together. Try and avoid going too far out of the rectangle, and try and get every little bit of the rectangle. That's a necessity. Okay, so it's starting to smear, and I've got a little bit of red on my hand, but you can see that that's a clear still 4 of diamonds. And we're actually going to let that dry a bit, so it doesn't matter that it's a little bit smeared right now and it's showing signs of smearing. So I'm going to wipe the residue off on my palm. It just kind of balls up, and you can flick it away. There we go. So you want to let that dry, okay? Rubber cement, the principles of rubber cement is you take 2 surfaces, you slather them both with rubber cement, and you stick them together, okay? We're doing a kind of a sped up version of that. Okay, step 5, rubber bands, rubber cement. Rubber bands. Now this step is optional, okay? I prefer to do it because it gives you a perfect crease every time. It's like having a ruler and drawing a line. Okay, having a ruler and drawing a line is a must, so I really recommend doing this. Okay, this gives you a guide on the fold over, which is the next step. Okay, next step is the skin fold. We're going to get into that right now. So you just want to basically take your skin and start at the corner and just start folding it over until those sides meet. Okay, pinch it, hold it, give it a little while for the glue to really adhere. Okay. Keep holding that. Keep holding it as tight as you can, and then go over and get the rest of it. But nice and tight for a long while. Let it get it nice and stuck. And what you'll be left with is a line, hopefully a black line. Okay? And there will be some spots where you'll need to touch up. Okay? So for now, we're going to get rid of the rubber band. So you go in there with your scissors or your teeth or whatever. Cut the rubber band real quick, and you can just slide it out one of the ends. Come on, baby girl. That looks gross, man. Wow. Hey, Alex, dude, what's up? So sometimes, and this happens, you'll be left with a big open space. Like right there, I've got about 1 centimeter of unwanted open space, and a little bit here that's usually expected, and we're going to touch that up. So the next step is touch up, and that's step 7. So you get a little bit more rubber cement just on your fingertip, just a little bit, and you rub the area, don't rub it, sorry, pardon me, dab the area that's still a bit open. And the skin will open a bit at this point because you're kind of reactivating all the glue that was on the surface in the first place. So do the same thing, blow on it. Let it dry a little bit, but don't wait as long. Really pinch it shut this time. Don't wait long to hold it, to blow on it. Just start pinching it and really hold it tight and pinch it for a long time. This is your second time around, and you don't want to be doing it a third time, so apply the glue not generously, but apply it properly. Make sure you're doing it right. Practice the application. When I was doing this trick, I was able to do the setup in about 10 minutes. Oh no, not 10 minutes, pardon me, about 4 to 5 minutes. And the setup lasts for about 10 minutes before you can actually do the trick. So you have to do it pretty quickly, get into your routine pretty quickly, and so that'll do it. That was about 60 seconds I was holding it. I'm going to let it go for now. So when you're getting into your routine, you do a couple quick card magic, but you want to get into it pretty quick because it's not 100%. It's going to start splitting open, and you place it in a good area so it doesn't have too much movement, but the more you move your arm, the more it's going to move. It's not a foolproof plan. So also get the marker before you start and touch up the areas that are still a bit open with the Sharpie. Okay, don't go too deep or anything like that, but make sure you have just one line across your arm. And you're going to touch that up later. So that's your touch up, and now we're going to go over your setup. So the setup is always going to be the ace first, and you're going to force the other card first, and then you're going to force the card that's folded into your skin. Okay? That's the order of it. So the way I do it, that's the setup, and the rest of the deck goes underneath. It doesn't matter. You can just control those two cards, keep on controlling, look through, what's your birthday, and look through the cards and control it up to the top with some calls or something like this. Then you want to do a slip cut and a riffle cut. So you got both cards on top. First thing I do, they both kind of look the same because they both involve the riffle, okay, in my version of the slip cut. So I tell them to stop, they say stop, and I roll the card out just like this, and I do a slip cut. If you don't know how to do a slip cut, please refer to the old video. They're very long-winded, and I speak a lot and everything like that, but they're in-depth magic tutorials, okay? But some of you don't like that. Some of you want to get right to the point. So this is that video for you. So you do a slip cut, right? Roll that one out, leave that card on top, and then you force that card to them. So they have the ace. Okay? You return that pile back onto the top because you still have that card to force. And then from that point, you're just casually cutting, and you say, now you, please, could you stop? Say stop anytime. They say stop at any time. You open at your break, and you're clean. Okay? Everything's good to go at that point. They have both of their cards. You can put the deck away. It's wise to have this pocket, this marker, the black Sharpie, in the same pocket that you're going to put your deck away in. So you can do a quick movement of putting your deck away and grabbing your Sharpie marker and saying, I'm going to try something for you guys. Okay? And you should have long sleeves for this. Never do this with short sleeves. You have to have the sleeves up to here the entire time. Okay? A long sleeve button-up shirt is your best bet. I'm sorry I should have explained that earlier, but whatever. You want the fast version. Go grab a button-up shirt right now. So, or anything long sleeve that you can roll up to about there, a casual, area. So, roll up your sleeve a bit with the marker in your hand and go, I'm going to make a prediction right here. And you just kind of fill in that line again. If it needs any touch up, just touch it up real quick. But then you want to draw a card. You want to draw the card that's not in your skin. So the reason I choose an A of spades is because it's very easy to draw upside down. It's just a heart, okay, and an A, which is very symmetrical and easy to draw upside down. Alright, and you say, was that your card? You draw that, but you draw it up here. You show them that the square is outlined, and then you move it back up here. You go, I'm going to make a prediction. Then you draw in the ace, and then go, what if I do something else? What if? And then you show them the ace. Wow, that's amazing. What if I do something else? What if I turn this into a deck of cards? So we're moving on to draw, and we're moving on to the second draw right now in step 10. So you make it like a 3D type deck, right? And you say, what was your card again? They say 4 diamonds. You just go, watch. And it pops out of the skin, just like that. Now see, I didn't shave, okay? And you have clumps of this stuff getting caught in a little bit of arm hair. And when I rub like that, usually it comes right off, but it got caught in my arm hair. This trick is good live, and it is usually flawless. That worked out pretty good, but I rubbed off a little too much red that I like because I was trying to get all the cement off, but it got caught in this little bit of this little patch right here. So as you can see, it looks pretty good. It's got the 3D effect of the deck. The card popped out pretty good. What I would do in the future is draw this a bit bigger and make the whole fold a bit larger, which would be tough. So to compensate, I would only draw this a tiny little bit bigger, but I would make the deck a tiny little bit smaller as well, just to compensate for the size of that, because the size of the deck compared to the size of that looks a bit strange, doesn't it? But you know what, the effect really works, and it really looks magical. And if you have a little bit of sweat on your palm, the salt reacts with the cement, and it just makes it come right off. And the Sharpie normally remains pretty good. This time it faded a bit, but as you can see, it's still there. You can still see a 4 of hearts, and the people grab your arm instantly because they're seeing this magic happen. It's pretty good about that. So when it comes to step 11, that's all about you. You can either have two spectators select a card, or you can have just one spectator and pretend like you mess up the trick. So you have them, in this case, have them select again the card that's under your skin and do the same thing. Put the deck away, have them hold the card, do everything, draw the ace, but don't have any other force, don't have any other spectator, you don't have to worry about the ace, just worry about the 4. And then you just draw an ace of spades. Was that it? And they go, no, wasn't it? And you go, oh, I'm sorry, check this out. Boom, and you go on with your showmanship. Step 11. So there you go. In a nutshell, peace, baby girl.